Hiya. I wanted to do a video on the moon. The moon. I used to love that. There used to be a TV show when I was a kid called Button Moon. I can't remember if you remember that. I love that movie. Love that TV show, Button Moon. Anyway, so my first impression when I was little of the moon was of a positive nature. And there used to be a song, Button Moon. Anyway, now, I think the first time I travelled to the moon, maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, and saw that it wasn't of what we think it is. It's not a proper moon. It's a very large computer, and it's run by reptilians. And it was over a week ago. It came more to light how the moon is actually connected to everybody here on Earth, and how I found that. So my friend Bobby, she looked at me at some point and she said, "Oh, you're connected to the moon. I disconnected you." Went to the moon and stopped the disconnection. And I was like, "Oh, okay." It's just the reality I live in. It's just weird, and Bobby's one of those weird people that can see stuff and help when she can, so that's good. And I just left it there. I didn't investigate. And then I was talking to my partner last week, and we were looking at somebody, trying to help them, and he saw webbing over the body, electrical webbing, all over the organs and the body as a whole, and it worked as one. And when we dived into this, saw that it was connected to the moon. And what I discovered is that the webbing, which is electrical in nature, connects to the programming that the Matrix does, the first Matrix, the egg-shaped holodome. So when the program is complete at 7, all our organs are lined with this programming, and then the moon matrix connects to those programs, because the moon can't connect to the physical body, it can't connect to the consciousness in the physical body, but what it does is connect to the programs on the organs. So the program, and then when I looked, what is the moon doing? Why does it need to be connected to everybody? And what I discovered is that the moon can tap into any organ on the body, and the organ on the program on the organ will hold a trauma of some sorts or a belief of some sorts, and it will tap into that, and therefore can change the way that person perceives reality, just like that. Change it, and that person will react. Instead of the actual reality going on, it will react to the trauma that consciousness is programmed to experience. So it can change perspective with people like in an instant. And it also, what it does, it funnels our sexual energy away from us. Now, sexual energy is a big booster in how we manifest our reality. So the moon is actually a huge part in controlling it's not as strong, but it is a huge controlling mechanism on how we perceive reality and how we don't manifest our true reality. And it would be easy, be nice to blow the thing up, but can't do that, but can disconnect people from the moon. But all the programmings need to come off the organs first, then Gaia, connection with Gaia and universal energies, and then the disconnection from the moon. So, and I also discovered, I was working with a lady last week, and she met a guy about 4 or 5 years ago, and she met him once or twice, I think, and became, infatuated by him, felt like he was the twin flame, the person that she was going to be with for the rest of her life. And when I looked in, saw that she was connected to him, but in an unnatural way. The moon was connecting them both together and funneling the sexual energy off together. And so disconnected her from the moon, and instantly, the next day when she woke up, she didn't have the thoughts of him for the first time in years. But he did come back a few days later. The thoughts of him came back and the emotions of him came back. So when I looked again, the moon hadn't directly hooked up to her, but they had worked through him and hooked under her feet. But I removed the programmings from the feet. And that's when I definitely knew that the moon hooks up to the programs. So somebody first needs to be fully deprogrammed, their physical body first needs to be fully deprogrammed and then disconnected from the moon, because the moon can only connect to us with the programming on the organs. So yeah, and now she's free from the moon matrix. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you today. So yeah, hope you're having a nice day, and thanks for listening. Take care. Bye bye.